Yo, what's going on? Alright, so Sunny V2 dropped a video of the funniest conversations in Joe Rogan history. So I'm assuming that all of these come from his podcast. It's not too often that Sunny V2 does like funny videos, so figured it might be interesting. Let's see what they're talking about.
These are the funniest conversations in Joe Rogan history, so who better to start with than the legend Theo
Damn!
Von?
How many episodes he got? This is 1,118th episode.
Joe Rogan in stitches whilst talking about hats.
The worst is if you're jerking off with a hat on, bro. You're going to hell, I think. Yeah, that's the worst, bro.
Yo, Theo Von's actually pretty fucking funny. I just found out about him a few months ago. This nigga said, you jerk off with a hat on, you going to hell.
Hat on, bro. You're going to hell, I think.
Fedora.
Yeah, that's the worst, bro.
It's so
the
stupid.
worst thing you can do.
Jacking off with them straw Kentucky Derby hats.
Yeah, what's the worst hat to
You're
jack
going to
off?
hell
Worst
if you
hat to
jerk
jack
off.
Probably a
with
top
hat.
hat because you have to balance yourself while you're jerking off.
I don't know why that's so
Chimney
funny
sweep
to me.
hats.
That's so dumb.
The best would be one of those Chinese hats, bro, because if you squat down low enough to the ground, you can almost hide under it and jerk off, you know?
Why would you need to hide? Because you're not doing the shit in
Most
public,
confusing
gang.
would be like one of them Daniel Boone raccoon caps.
Yeah, but that
You
would...
got that tail in your eye. You push the, you're blowing the tails in the way.
Theo and Joe's deeply introspective discussion was certainly life-changing. However, it had nothing on the story that Joey Diaz told about the time he farted on the bus.
I think I've seen this clip.
And while we were waiting,
Goddamn
there,
YouTube
my stomach
shorts.
started hurting. Well, let me just take a chance.
Good move.
And I blew this fart, Joe Rogan. That was so bad. Right? We were on a bus and people started running. You know the school buses? People started
On the
running to
bus,
the windows,
bro,
right?
nowhere to go.
Swing down the bus windows. But here's what gets better. I farted again. And the teachers were going, oh my God, he's changing flavors. But the worst,
Yeah, I did see this.
but the worst thing was the cheerleaders were crying. That's how bad it smelled. They were sitting
Yo,
in
oh
front of
my
the bus.
god, bro. I remember back in high school, dog, at the end of junior and senior year, I'm pretty sure everybody knows of it. The fucking liquid ass bottles or like fart spray. Nigga, that shit is not fart spray, alright? Whoever made up that name, that is just simply not true. That does not smell like a fart. It smells like a homeless man shit in a bottle or something. Like, bro, liquid ass is one of the worst smelling things you can ever put up your nose. Like, dog, oh my lord. And we would wait until the end of the year so that, like, you know, if we did get caught, the consequences wouldn't really matter since, nigga, the year's ending, bro. Nobody gives a fuck. But we would wait till, like, the last 15 minutes of class and then just air that bitch out with the spray. Like, spray it underneath someone's desk and then just watch everybody's reaction. But, bro, there were, like, certain things that we knew were off limits. You can't spray it on anybody, obviously, because that's just fucked up, bro. Like, there's just certain lengths that we weren't gonna go to, and of course there's always that one nigga that takes it too far, and one of the dudes that had a bottle sprayed it in the back of the bus, and the bus had to pull over. Like, she literally told everybody, get out. Nigga, I almost threw up. I have a really strong sense of smell. I was all the way in the front and I still almost threw up. I fucking I can't stand that nigga. To this day, bro. I still hate that nigga, bro. He literally made me sick.
That's how bad these farts were.
That's your next t-shirt.
The
Oh my
whole-
god, he's changing
The
flavors.
whole bus stunk.
However, it was Elon Musk who showed that sometimes the funniest moments can come from the most serious questions.
We should do a flamethrower.
Does anybody tell you no? Does anybody go, Elon,
Real life
think for
Iron Man.
yourself,
But,
but selling a flamethrower, the liabilities, all the people you're selling this device to, what kind of unhinged people are going to be buying a flamethrower in the first place? Do we really want to connect ourselves to all these potential arsonists?
Yeah, it's a terrible idea. Terrible. Shouldn't buy one. I said don't buy this flamethrower. Don't buy it. Yeah, don't buy it. That's what I said. But still, people bought it.
Yeah,
There's
they're not gonna
nothing I
listen.
could do.
I'm
to
guessing
stop
you can
them.
just buy.
If you
I
build
could
a
I mean-
stop
come.
them. I said, don't buy it. It's a bad idea.
How many did you make?
20,000
And they're all gone.
in 4 days.
On the
So you just order it offline. You don't need like no license or nothing. Yeah, I could see how that's really bad.
opposite end of the spectrum, Theo Von
How much
was
was
able
it?
to show that funny moments
They all
can
sold
also
out.
come from the stupidest conversations.
It's like if a plane crashed, I already know I'm planned ahead, dude. I'd eat a Vietnamese guy.
Vietnamese.
I mean, I did a fast for like 4 days, and then I was at the Best Buy, and I remember this Vietnamese guy was trying to help me out, and I couldn't even hear him. I was so hungry, and I couldn't. And I remember
What?
thinking, if everybody turned the other way for a second, I could eat this young fella. You know, Ben. His name was Ben, actually, over there in Westwood.
What is wrong with this nigga, bro?
But I'd
Oh
never
my
thought.
God, it's so ridiculous.
Well, I mean, I think if you gum down a Viet, people aren't going to be that upset at you.
Well, the
You know?
Vietnamese people are going to be super upset. What are you talking about?
No, they're
Somebody's
okay.
dad.
Yeah, they're sacrificing.
He just be saying the most random shit
understanding of
sometimes.
things, dude.
Is this a character you're playing?
No. But if you eat a black lady and her family's there, they're gonna be pissed.
So you think a Vietnamese person would let you slide?
I think that they'd be much more forgiving over a couple of day period.
Vietnam is one of the few places where
This thing is
Americans can go
thought
back to Vietnam and
process.
they don't seem to hold any grudge at all.
Exhibit A. Exhibit A, man, honestly.
Theo's style of comedy seems to work perfectly in a podcast setting, so much
Yeah.
that we could probably dedicate an entire video to his legendary one-liners.
It's like when you put a condom on and then the other person's just still looking at their phone. You're like, oh, this is weird. Yeah, man, I never wanted to be a fish, man, my whole life. I did. Yeah, I wish there was more ways to sleep. Yeah, a lot of people don't want to think anymore, man. But I wonder if people ever wanted to think, you know? This is probably the smartest conversation I've been involved in maybe months. Well, it's that time of year. It's spring. People are
It's not
refreshed.
spring. It's the middle of the winter. It's freezing cold out. It's just January.
Whatever. You guys aren't open-minded.
It's in the middle
If you're
of
wearing
winter.
a wig, I don't think you're running anymore.
Yo, what is up with this nigga, man?
I think some things you got to let go.
However,
I didn't
as
hear
was
what he
shown
said
in
there.
this episode with Andrew Schultz, sometimes it's Joe who comes out with the best one-liners.
January.
So many women are like judging us on our first
Spring
nights.
in January.
What do you?
Listen, back in the day, you had to come quick because a leopard might eat you.
It's a W excuse.
Why did I learn this excuse at 38? Babe, there's leopards around.
Built in.
It's true.
It's built into the
Instinct.
human.
But if we want to go back to hilarious stories, then it's almost impossible to go past Joey Diaz talking about the time his friend made French fries.
He decided to make French fries. So he put the pot out. Those pots, you could bring it home with the hot oil, and they would boil, and you could throw French fries. America went crazy over it. Well, he did heroin and knotted out. That thing went on fire. I wake up to ba-boom, and alarms, and all some Kurt's waking me up, and we go out of the house, and the father's outside, and the grandmother, and fire trucks are coming from the side laying water, and they got the sirens. In the middle of all this, it's 8 in the morning, and we all look around and go, oh my God, Emil's still in the house. Bonehead was still in the house on fire. Bro, they turn the fire off, they go in. He's still with his feet up, with his hands crossed,
Just heroin out of his mind.
watching TV like nothing happened.
He slept through the fire?
Oh my God, everything. When they woke him up, he goes, are my fries ready?
There's no
This
fucking
is
way.
how crazy this family was. Are my fries ready?
Are my
They're like
fries
Bonehead.
ready?
However, Joey Diaz isn't the only person on Joe Rogan to tell a classic story on the topic of food.
I went to this gas station the other day, and the manager or something comes out, and he's like, hey, man, I'm a fan, you know, nice guy. And he's like, I just want to let you know we got fresh bread inside, fresh baked pizzas. We bake
At a
everything
gas
in-house.
station?
Right. Okay, so, right. That's my first thought. I'd just been inside, okay? There's nothing fresh in this joint, okay? Nothing in there is fresh. Nothing in there ever even knew an animal, right? Or a garden. 0% chance, bro. So now I have to pretend that I'm smelling like pie and shit when I go So you just get in small town, smaller city stuff like that.
He pulls out Pop-Tarts and pretends he just made them.
Yeah, totally. He's just doing all of this. Yeah. He's got
right out of the oven.
he's got Ratatouille on the speaker system in there. Yeah.
Then there was the time that Steve-O
Bro, what
talked
the
about his
fuck does
living
this nigga be
situation.
talking
Even though I
about, dog?
rented 4 apartments in the building. One
Why
was,
did you rent 4?
because one was a skate park. One was skate park.
Yet, as always seems to be the case, Theo Von backed this up with an
This nigga
equal
wasn't
wild story
lying.
about
You
his
could get a whole
apartment.
video
One time I
just
was
of
making a
Theo.
smoothie, you know, and I thought I heard something outside, right? Which is kind of weird to even think of when you have a blender going, right? So I leave out of my apartment to go in the hallway, lock myself out with the blender going. 2:30 in the morning, coked up out of my brain, right? Now I have to go to my landlord, dude, who lives right down the hall,
Oh, no.
and tell him like, hey man,
2:30 in the morning. I got locked out.
I'm
And
locked
the blender's
out,
on,
and the
son.
blender's going.
Oh my God, he must have hated you.
oh, the blender shorts out and smoke happens. The fire alarm starts going off in the building right as I'm at his door knocking, right?
Like, how the fuck
Now
do these
he's
niggas
pissed.
be
He's like,
having
what's going on?
all these
And I
weird
knew
ass
what to say. I
stories?
told
Like,
him
you gotta
I
be.
was throwing a late Christmas party, dude. Into January.
How old were you at the time?
Huh? Oh, this is 2.5 years ago. So I was 30. I was 35.
Like, you just can't, bro. You just
so he
can't
comes
be
back
this
to my
dumb.
apartment, right? He unlocks the door. There's nobody in there.
Although there was nothing that perfected the combination between funny and epic, quite like Tim Dillon's.
So every
rant about the
fucking
future
guest
of
on this
humanity.
podcast
Nothing will
has
ever be
done every
funnier.
drug.
America will come apart
Hurt
in
me.
one of the funniest ways. You'll die laughing. Literally, you'll die, but you will be laughing. It will be the most absurd and insane thing. It will be out of a dystopian horror movie, and no, it'll never be. It won't be funnier than America, because we're a crazy country, full of crazy people, and everybody's just trying to suck the last few dollars out of this bloated pig corpse of an empire before the end. And I'm no different. But make no mistake, I mean, if I'm wrong, and I'd love to be wrong, but if your attitude or your idea is that the population's gonna get smarter, healthier, and more adept at problem solving, you're on crack.
What? Wait, what did I miss? I did miss something. He was explaining why we are gonna, or why he believes that humanity is going to fail, because we're not getting better as time goes on in America. We're starting to get dumber. But I mean, hey, he's right. He's like somewhat right. I ain't gonna lie, man. But all right, this was a cool video from Sunny V2 Fa.